The last time that I saw this thigh-strokingly talented man was in a Victorian greenhouse,
Yep.
backstage at Glasgow Green at Transmit Festival. Lewis Capaldi. What an absolute joy
It's mad.
that I'm seeing you now. Because when I last saw you, and you blew me away with the first acoustic session that you did for Virgin Radio.
And thanks for the support, that's all.
Oh, mate, you're so
well.
welcome. It's all from the heart with me. But, you know, you were at that point, you were so near, but yet so far.
Totally, yeah.
You know what I mean? And now, I mean, F me, you're famous.
It's weird, yeah. And that's interesting that I saw you near so far, because it was like, that was a point where, like, we'd been releasing music for a little bit now at that point, and like it was like maybe a year and a half in, and it was like how do we make that next step? Like I kind of felt like, okay, this has reached the size it was ever going to reach, which was amazing. Like main stage at Transmit, and we had like a tour on sale at the end of the year. Like we're doing 2 Barrowlands, Shepherd's Bush, and stuff like that. So I was like, this is great. But yeah, it is weird to kind of see how we kind of the next couple of months kind of transpired to be like so important, and really, yeah, here we are. It's mad.
Yeah, my God, your life must have really changed.
It's been strange, man. It's more that I now get to sleep in a nicer hotel, and that people ask me for pictures sometimes, and that's all right.
So are you getting recognised in Sainsbury's?
Yeah, that's it. They're not just, I totally think, and I'll never say no to taking a picture. The weird one is when people film you while you're eating. It's always when you're eating as well. It's never like me doing anything else. They'll just be sitting there, and you'll look up, and you'll be like, and you'll look at the camera, and they'll just film it. And I just try and keep as much eye contact as I can with them, but it's just people don't care. Which I kind of admire that. Like, I'm like, see if I look at the camera, dead in the camera, and you're like still doing it. I'm like, you deserve it. You deserve the video. You're bold.
That's hilarious.
A little bit.
So I hear that your album is it just out? Is it coming out? Is it coming out tomorrow?
Came out last Friday.
It came out last Friday,
yeah.
and you were worrying Ariana Grande, or is it what?
So we have now, as of today, as of yesterday, taken over Ariana Grande. Yeah. So it's I think it's became the fastest selling album of 2019.
Amazing.
Which is mad, which is cool, which is something that you never think about that when you're putting it out. You just go, I hope people don't think this is terrible. That was my only concern. So that stuff nice, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Some people might still think it's terrible, which is all good. But yeah, it's so weird, man. So weird.
I'm so happy for you, man. Honestly,
you,
and everyone at Virgin, we've all been rooting for you.
Absolutely, man. And honestly, like the support you guys have shown from early doors has just been incredible. And honestly, like, thank you so much for everything. It's been
well, it's wonderful when success happens to nice people, and that's clearly what's happened here. So let's get into this. We've only got a limited amount of time with you because obviously you are one of the most busy men in showbiz at the moment. So what a mystifying title for a start. It's Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent. Just talk us through that initially.
So yeah, I just wanted an album title that was going to completely deter people from wanting to buy the record. No, it was just it was like I just wanted something. You see so many albums come out every year and stuff, and for me the ones that grab me are the ones with weird titles. Like the one that's grabbed me the most over the last couple of years was the 1975 when they came out with that. I like it when you sleep, for you're so beautiful yet so unaware of it.
Yes,
which
yes.
I remember a lot of people at the time being like, that's so pretentious, but I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was lovely.
That's so funny. That's so because no one else is doing it. And I kind of think that they must think that's funny as well. But also it's very nice. It's a very nice title.
Yeah.
But and I didn't want to call it Lewis Capaldi and that, so I thought, what can we do here? And Frightened Rabbit, they've always done like song, like their album titles are always like lyrics from a song.
Yeah.
And there's actually my keyboard player that suggested it. And initially, this album was meant to open with a song called Figure It Out, which I still love, but the opening line of that song is broken by desire to be heavenly sent, divinely uninspired to a hellish extent. And that song was all about just the the pursuit of being good at something, or the pursuit of the pursuit of just doing something well, and how that 90% of the time during that pursuit you feel like you're terrible at whatever it is you want to be good at. So like I think for me songwriting is sitting at a piano for 4 hours and banging your head against it for 3 hours and 45 minutes just for the little 50-minute spot at the end where you get like one line, but that one line's like, you're like, oh mate, I'm so glad I sat for that long time. So I think for me it was that, like a lot of time making this album as well, and there was times where I did feel a bit like deflated by the process and stuff like that, and I think I didn't want to have a title that was like, I wanted people to know that this was a slog making this album. It was very stressful, very boring, but I'm very proud of what I did and what we came out at the end of it, because I think the beauty of that being divinely uninspired to a hellish extent is breaking through that and getting to a destination you want to be. Also, it was just interesting to see the label's reaction when I told them it was so negative. But they seem to have done a good job, so I think they're good.
And so why was the making of the album so stressful for you?
Because I think it's just, it's such a pressure, in fact, it's such like a pressurised thing. It's just like, there's so much, you're kind of, I was floating about for a very long time, writing the odd song here and there, and I kind of had enough songs, and then when it came time to do the album, it was like, I think, to be honest, we only had the meeting about we need to finish this album in like November last year.
Yeah.
So the album was like nowhere near finished in November last year, and then it was like had to be delivered by like January something. Like, and it was just such a
Okay, so you had a lot of pressure.
Yeah, so it was just like, let's do this out, because then things started to, thankfully, kind of gradually go on this kind of little upward turn, and it was like, oh, okay, this thing, and thank God the label, because even at that time I was like, I'm not sure I'm ready to kind of do it and stuff like that. And even at that time, thank God the label kind of sat me down and just went, we don't want you to lose this moment that you've got, because we think, they've been amazing from the start and really believed in everything that I've done, and gave me a lot of, basically gave me, me and my manager A&R'd this album.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because we did everything on it because, and we were given the opportunity to do that. We did go through 6 A&Rs, but that's a different thing altogether. But by the end of it, it was just like a very free process of just, right, you guys do what you want. They let me talk about what I want, do what I want, but they says, we think here is where we step in and go, this is the time to make this album and this is the time to kind of finish it. And initially I was like, oh, I don't know, but I'm so glad they did, because obviously now it came at kind of the perfect time, and they forecasted that. But it was, that little space of time of that November to January was just full on, so stressful, that kind of whole section. So, but it was good, and I'm kind of glad that I did it that way, because I hate being in the studio, because I'm not a perfectionist by any means whatsoever. Which, if you listen to the album, you could probably tell. No, it's that kind of feeling of, I want to be on stage playing live. That's the whole thing I want to do, all I've ever wanted to do. And I think the fact that we were in the studio for that long, I would rather be in for like that 3-month period and be stressed and like be like, okay, let's go, and have to make decisions like on your gut, than have that kind of long time to stew in a studio and really be like, is this song even good anymore? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of glad it was in that little spot, and again, so glad that the label were like, it's time to do the album now. Like, I think it's time. Do you know what I mean? So
great. Well, you reminded me that as a kind of special treat, we are playing to your strength here in this album special in quite a unique way, and because you've done a session for us live, we're going to put some of the live tracks. Into this, which is great, and we're gonna let's get into it. But actually, first, I just wanted to focus on this cover. What a beautiful cover!
Thank you very much.
It's so simple and so beautiful,
totally.
and we'll push past the fact that you look almost exactly the same as Jack White.
Yeah, it looks good though. A good guy to look like, handsome man.
What a hero!
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
What a
Absolute
hero.
hero.